Today I'm going to tell a story. Actually, it's a parody from the Bible. It's from a parable, but I'm going to tell a story, a parody of that parable. The original story was in Luke chapter 10, the Good Samaritans, verses 29 to 37. Looking for a loophole, he said, it is, a learned educator said, and how would you define neighbor? Jesus answered by telling a story. There was a man traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho. On the way, he was attacked by robbers. They took his clothes, beat him up, and went off, leaving him half dead. Luckily, a priest was on his way down the same road. And when he saw him go across to the other side, then a Levite, religious man, showed up. He also avoided the injured man. A Samaritan traveled the road, came on him. When he saw the man's condition, his heart went out to him. He gave him first aid, disinfecting and bandaging his wounds. Then he lifted him onto his donkey, led him to an inn, and made him comfortable. In the morning, he took out 2 silver coins and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, "Take good care of him. If it costs any more, put it on my bill. I'll pay you on my way back." What do you think? Which of the 3 became a neighbor to the man attacked by robbers? The man treated him kindly, the religious scholar responded. Jesus said, "Go and do the same." So this is from the Bible. Jesus told the parable of this Good Samaritan. He answered the question, who's my neighbor? The neighbor is the person who's in need, not necessarily someone who lives physically close. I am going to imagine a what-if scenario. This is a dream-up scenario for those who are preachers, Bible scholars, theologians. Please, hold your horses and do not criticize me. I have no intention of being sacrilegious. What if a reporter heard about the good deeds of this Samaritan and tried to visit and interview him? The reporter went to Samaria. She discovered the man lived in a comfortable, well-to-do neighborhood. He was a well-known businessman, well-educated, well-respected civic leader in his community. The reporter praised him for his good deeds in saving the life of the Jewish man who was robbed on the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. The Samaritan said, "I felt compelled to save a man's life. He was in need. I had the means. I'm willing to help whatever and however I can. Actually, that road is dangerous, full of robbers. Many travelers are hurt and even killed when they pass that path. After this incident, I used my own money in helping local authorities to set up medical stations and emergency room in the nearby hospitals. I set up several galloping camel ambulances with all the first aid equipment on the backs and ready to race to help any victims of robbery." Reporter, you are so kind and generous. Instead of only helping the victims of these violent crimes, have you ever looked into how to stop the robbers from hurting people in the first place? Samaritan, I'm trying to do good and help those who are victimized by the robbers. I'm a helper of those in need. I'm not a crime fighter. It is not for me to judge those who rob others for a living. I intend to stay neutral and stay away from any disputes. By the way, those robbers need to make a living too. My job is to help those who are hurt. Reporter, I appreciate your help for the victims, but the robbers are still hurting and killing travelers. Samaritan, these robbers are also my neighbors. Actually, they use the loot to build this subdivision. The head of the gang is living right next door. All the other gang members are living in this neighborhood. I do not ask about their work. All I know is they bring wealth to this community. I'm not one of them. I refuse to use violence. I am a mild-mannered man who would never hurt a fly. We coexist in this county and we all benefit this community. Reporter, in what ways do you and the robbers mutually benefit this community? Samaritan, first of all, the robbers gave me their savings. I invest their money. I use those funds along with the other clients to build homes so people have shelters. We receive rent so we can reinvest to build more homes. Now the robbers can rob less often and can live on their rental income. I made my living by receiving a wealth management fee from their investment. It's a win-win situation. That's how I have money to help the victim of robbery. As for the Camero ambulance team, we have now built the best rescue and trauma unit in the country. Our emergency unit is the best trained because the road is so dangerous. And we have so many robbery victims we need to help. Also, I help set up a charity for education. The purpose of the charity is to set up free educations for the children of the victims who were killed by the robbers. We are building schools and giving thousands of scholarships every year for those poor children who lost their parents due to robbery. Then the Samaritan continued to talk about his love and care about his fellow citizens. The reporter laughed with her head spinning, only hoping that she would not be robbed on her way back to Jerusalem.